Welcome to the Sam and Joe VA Show, where we teach women just like you how to create your very own in-demand virtual assistant business.
We're your hosts, Sam and Joe, and get ready to have the control, flexibility, and freedom you've always dreamed of.
Welcome to episode 58. Take a breath. You've got this.
Oh, breathing's so important. Look, you are in the right place if you are an aspiring virtual assistant who is feeling super overwhelmed, riddled with self-doubt. You're comparing yourself to all of the other established virtual assistants out there who you think are killing it, and you are basically freaking out that you are never ever going to get any clients. If that sounds like you need to listen in.
We see it so many times, all the time, people comparing and thinking that it's going to happen really quickly. So they've created their business and they've been in business for 5 minutes and they think that, oh, I'm no good because I don't have my first client. Like, oh, this is not going well. I'm failing. Like all of that self-doubt comes through because they haven't got their first client. But it takes time, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's not going to be setting up a Facebook page, posting a couple of things, and then all the leads come in. It's not going to be launching your DIY website and you're automatically going to be found on page 1 of Google. It's not even having a directory listing somewhere and that's automatically just going to get you droves and droves of clients knocking on your door. You know, it'd be great if it was that easy. If it was that easy, I think there'd be thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands more of us doing what we do. But it doesn't happen that way.
It doesn't. And so take a breath and relax into this. There are things that are really going to suck your time. And if you just we interviewed Amy in the last podcast episode. So if you haven't listened to that, you've got to listen to her and what she says that she did. She took everything that she learned in the members club and the very key message of just focus your time and energy on building relationships to find clients. And she literally did that. She just had a LinkedIn profile. She didn't worry about anything else. She didn't get a website. She just focused on LinkedIn and just focused on connecting with people, lots of people she didn't know. And she built a relationship and she added value in LinkedIn. And now she's booked out and quit her job. Like it took her a couple of months to get her first client. But then she just went for it and they kept coming. It doesn't happen in the first 5 minutes. It takes a little while.
It does. And yeah, and the thing that we love about Amy's story is that she's laser focused. She wasn't distracted by all of the shiny new, this is what's going to work and this is what's going to work and you need to buy this and you need to be here and you need to be doing this. Laser focused. It was about, I need to be spending all of my time building relationships, finding clients, and that's it. And ignoring everything else. Absolutely laser focused. And that's why she became so successful.
Yeah, and that can really get you overwhelmed if you start thinking and comparing and seeing all of the other things that like, oh, I need to get an email list and oh, I need to set up a website and oh, this person's doing so well on Facebook and that this person's got an Instagram page and they're doing stories every day. Like all of these really distracting things that make you feel like, oh, I'm not doing a good enough job and this is why I don't have clients. It's not that at all.
No, it's not. And you know what, Joe? The other thing that we see aspiring virtual assistants really concerned about and really kind of freaking out about and making that kind of self-doubt really kind of kick in is they see a lot of conversations in networking groups that other VAs are in, and they're using a lot of language, and they're talking about all of the online tools that they use for their clients. And for a lot of men and women who this is their kind of first, they've only just dipping their toe into the VA industry, that totally freaks them out, doesn't it? They're like, well, I have no idea. This is like, these people are speaking a different language. I don't know what MailChimp is. I've got no idea what Hello Woofy does. And it freaks them out. They think, I don't know these tools, so that means I can't be a virtual assistant.
Yeah, it holds them back from really putting themselves out there, because they then feel like, oh, I'm not going to know what this client's going to need. I don't know what tools they're going to be using. And so like, I'm now going to spend my time learning all of these tools and doing endless research and tutorials and looking up tools and figuring out how they are used. You just don't need to do that. The first thing to focus on is getting that first client. And if you do that, you get your first client, there's going to be things that you then need to do. And if you jump into the members club, every single template and checklist and resource that you need is there, all step by step. So really the only thing you should be focusing on if you are just starting and you don't have any clients yet is just get that first client, build those relationships, show up in one place. For Amy, she knew that was LinkedIn. That's where her people are going to be. That's where her ideal client is. Even if you don't know that that's going to be your ideal client, LinkedIn is a business social platform, and that is where people who are looking for virtual assistants are absolutely hanging out. So laser focus. I love that term.
Yeah.
Focus on just that one thing that you need to do, and that's building those relationships.
So our advice, take a deep breath. It's going to be okay. Focus, and you've absolutely got this.
Thanks to everyone for listening to this episode of the Sam and Joe VA Show. If you'd like to find out more, head to the Savvy School website to check out the amazing members club and find more free resources.
You can find us at savvyschool.co.nz.